Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope you're all doing well. This is a little bit of a last minute thing, but I thought I would go live for about 20 minutes because Arsenal, Man City have drew with Liverpool, and honestly this is an absolute brilliant result for Arsenal. That game my heart was pounding even though Arsenal aren't playing. It's really stressing me out. We needed this result. We're top of the league, and it's such a lovely feeling, isn't it? I didn't think it would end this way. The game was going really well. Liverpool, Man City equally had some amazing chances. The Edison situation, him going off injured, there's literally so much to cover right now, and I'm just happy we're top of the league. It's a lovely thing, but also, we can't get carried away right now. It's only the season is getting really interesting now. It's going to be really difficult. We've got some really difficult fixtures, so I think, let's enjoy this. It feels like a win, doesn't it, really? I'm really happy. Jason Waka Waka, hey, I love that. Honestly, this has been a perfect weekend for Arsenal. Hey, lovely Soph, whoop whoop, yes, literally. Honestly, I don't know what to say. I'm just really taking this in. The fact, that result has really helped us during the season, during this moment. Um, Phil says, "Can't wait for the City game." Yeah, I really think we are capable of beating them. I just feel like we are much better than them. Like when I watched them today, the first half, yes, they were much better than Liverpool, but um, the second half they were quite poor. I know they hit the crossbar a few times, but Liverpool really dominated them, and it's really getting exciting now, isn't it? My heart was literally racing during that game. The last 10 minutes were so stressful, but I'm just so relieved we are, top of the league, staying top. Yes, it feels so lovely. Yeah, I can't stop smiling. I'm just really enjoying this. The elephant is back on the top of the tree. Yes. Um, Kermit's middle finger said, "We are top of the league." So we are top of the league. It feels so amazing. Yeah, it feels like a win. Like it's such a great feeling. I mean, if I think no matter what happened, I think if Man City won, obviously that wouldn't have been the greatest result, but we do play them, so if we beat them, then obviously we'll overtake them. But at the moment, we are top of the league. Obviously, we're on the same points on Liverpool. But yes, this feels good. I think people might start taking us a bit seriously now, but I kind of like that we didn't have that pressure on us at first because people are downplaying how good we are being the season. But I think for both Liverpool and Man City, I think they'll both take it. I think with Edison going off injured, I think they'll take that as well. Obviously that penalty incident, it's a tough one because would I say it's a red? I'm not too sure. I think Nunes did what he had to do to obviously win that penalty, but ultimately, Edison didn't put himself in a great position. But I was happy it was a penalty because it helps us, of course. Victor says, "Hey Sophie, we've got the draw that we wanted. Now to focus on the Porto." Yeah, that is going to be a really big game for us, definitely. I do think this result obviously has helped us in the league, but I think we've got to do our job. Man City fan said to me something today, and I thought it's absolutely true. Arsenal, we've got to make sure we don't mess up. It's in our hands really now, isn't it? If we can win every game, the Man City one, I think if we draw that, then obviously I think a draw or a win would be the only result for the league for us. I think that's the result we need, but then Liverpool could catch up. I think we are capable of beating Man City. I think we're better than them without sounding too arrogant. I just feel like the team we have at the moment, I just feel like in the second half, Liverpool were all over them, and you do look at it and think, how did they not score in that moment? But yeah, I think for me, Liverpool were incredible in that second half. You could see the fans were getting right behind them, and it was just incredible to see that support there. And there at the Emirates, the support is always there. And they were going to be away at Man City, but it's going to be a very competitive game. I think this game and that game will be the deciders for the league. I think the one against Man City, if we win that, then I would say we can win the league. But we have shown we can beat top sides and then we fall off the sides, at the bottom of the league. So I think we've really got to just take it slow and not get too excited, even though I want to. It's really hard not to. but yeah, let's enjoy this, guys. It's been a really good weekend for Arsenal. Chris says, I'll take that as a Liverpool fan, to be honest. We had the second half. I'd take it because Arsenal have to go to City. Yeah, I think if we didn't go to City, then it would have made things a lot, easier for you guys. But I know as a Liverpool fan, us playing Man City, you'll want us to both drop points like today. So the fixtures are really heating up now, aren't they? It's really it's nerve-wracking. It's going to be. I think it could go down to the wire possibly, because obviously we're only a front on goal difference, and thankfully we have scored a lot of goals recently. Thankfully, because we've on this really good run. But yesterday, we got lucky, and we won't always get lucky, but we've really got to take it game by game, because anything can happen. If we lose a game, then you're out. Like it's simple as that, really. I always say season starts with 10 games left. We beat Man City and it's finally game on, but so happy for you to celebrate your first title as an Arsenal fan. Yeah, I really hope so. I just want us to win the league. I just felt this team deserves it. I think this season, I do think we're much better than we were last season. I think last season we were amazing, and I didn't expect us to go for the league, and I'm really happy we did, of course. But I think what I've noticed is this season, we've got more experience. You look at players we brought in, Declan Rice and Havertz have really shown their worth and really shown why we signed them, why Arteta signed them. They've been really important players for us. And if you look at it as well, that we obviously don't have many injuries at this moment that are affecting our season. Like if you look last season, Saliba got injured where we needed him the most, and obviously we've had other injuries, and our players like Vieira, Partey, Smith Rowe, they're coming back. So I feel like we're in a really good place at the moment. But obviously, last season we had a few injuries and that really affected us. So I do think for me, we are much better. We've got that more experience. We've definitely learned our lessons from last season. I do feel as though, last season, when it came to the end, we were unlucky. We struggled. Man City were the better side towards the end, and you have to give them that credit. But I think at this moment in time, I just feel like we're going to be okay. We've got it. But I also know, it's getting to the time where it's getting really exciting for us. So it is tough at the moment. But you know what? I'm excited. This is really exciting. This is probably one of the most exciting title races I've seen in a long time, and it's really good because it just shows you how good, us, Man City and Liverpool are. I could make the argument for either team of who I think would win the league. I think we're all so special, and we all have our own qualities, but I think Arsenal this season are being serious, and like Phil said, if we can beat Man City, it is like game on. It is showing people that we are here to compete. We are here to win the league this season. So it's really good at the moment. I think this is really going to be amazing for the team's confidence. Psychologically being top of the league, for a little while now is really going to help the team. It's really going to put us in a really good positive mindset. So because last season we were top of the league for the majority of it, and then Man City obviously snatched it off us. But I think for us to be where we are right now will really help this team. MPW said definitely a penalty for Liverpool at the end. It looks like VAR have been told to keep it to a draw. Yeah, I think if I was a Liverpool fan, I would definitely want a penalty for that. I think Doku, you could see he went for the ball, but it just didn't go great. And I do think there was quite a few penalty incidents on Liverpool's side, and I just think for us, obviously, I'm not going to complain because I'm happy that it was a draw. We were quite lucky in the end, but yeah, you did have a few penalty incidents, and I think that one definitely should have been a penalty. Hey, Rookie Cookie, hope you're okay. Hey, Soph, perfect weekend for us. Yeah, it has been amazing. I'm just so happy right now. The results are going our way at the weekend, so yeah, really good time. Hopefully, we can obviously get a result at Porto at home and beat them to make our week even better on Tuesday. We're so annoyed with the stick Ramsdale took yesterday. A mistake anywhere else goes unpunished. I felt really bad for him, especially as it may be his last game. Yeah, I think that mistake probably happened because I think for his confidence, he's obviously not been playing for such a long time. I think the last time he played was in the FA Cup game against Liverpool, and he doesn't play, a lot. So I don't expect him to perform brilliant all the time, as he's not been here for ages in this team, and we used to see him Raya. So yeah, I was obviously disappointed because I know we've got to win these type of games, but I think you can't be too harsh on him, can we? I know a lot of people did kind of blame him, really, didn't they? I mean, yeah, I think if we'd have lost that game, obviously we wouldn't have been happy. We would have, come back on here, and that could have been the mistake that costed us. But ultimately, Ramsdale had an amazing second half, and I do think a lot of this is down to the fact, Arteta's made his mind up, and Ramsdale, it will probably be his last game because I've said, for Ramsdale, it's not fair for him to be sat on the bench. He is a really good player. He should be a number one for a team. So why should he be sat on the bench? Look at it that side. It's not fair on him. Um, but yeah, I think, people did give him criticism. People had that Raya Ramsdale debate. Who do you guys prefer? I mean, ultimately, I think what I've been thinking about is I love them both. I probably have more of a connection with Ramsdale because we've seen him grow as a player. We've not Raya's obviously only been here for one season. Ramsdale's been here for a few more than that. So we've built this connection with Ramsdale. But I do think with Raya, I think, he has shown he's a really good goalkeeper. He's got qualities that Ramsdale doesn't have. They're very different goalkeepers to compare to, but yeah, I definitely think that's his last game, unfortunately. Wiki Cookie said, quickly on Ramsdale, does everyone that give him unconstructive criticism forget Raya versus City? Alvarez nearly scored that from a near identical mistake. Yeah, I think, Ramsdale for me, Raya, sorry, has had some incredible games, and let's not forget, Brentford. No respect to Brentford, but when you're at Brentford to Arsenal, it is a big step up. You are competing for league titles. You have a different mindset there, so it is going to be different. But I do think, Raya's had some incredible games, so I think, we've got to support him, and I think he's doing a good job. And, he had a rest yesterday, which he might need. At Sheffield United, he didn't really have to do much. He could literally have just sat down and had a cup of tea or something because he didn't have much to do, let's face it. But I think it's probably good for him to have a bit of a rest, isn't it? We'll love Ramsdale even when he plays for someone else, no matter who he plays for. Yeah, I'm with you on that. I think we've built this connection with him, haven't we? I mean, it's a good point, even if it's Chelsea. Like, if Ramsdale played for Chelsea, it would really hurt because we still love him. We still have this connection with him. We still have this, admiration and love for him. So it would be hard, to watch him play against us. So it is a good point to make. Rancid Pumpkin said, "We are top of the league. We are top of the league." Yes, the positive vibes are here. I absolutely love it. It feels like a great time to be an Arsenal fan, doesn't it? I like my goalies to be goalies, and just because Raya plays better with his feet doesn't make him a better goalkeeper. Ramsdale makes world-class saves that I want from my goalkeeper. Yeah, listen, I think they're both really good goalkeepers. It's going to be hard if, we sell him in the summer, but I think football people, it changes in football, doesn't it? It happens a lot. He could play for Spurs for all I care. Arteta's dumped on him from great. Yeah, I mean, I do think Arteta, when he's made his mind up about something, he's very, sure on that. But I was thinking about this the other day. When you have this favourite player, like for me, it's Saka. If he ever played for a team like a Spurs or a Chelsea, hypothetically, I know he wouldn't, but if we're imagining that, I just couldn't ever dislike him or hate him. I would still have love for him. Like, it'd be weird saying that if he went to Spurs ever, but it is hard. I mean, when Sanchez left Arsenal for United, it did hurt a lot. You have this connection with these players, and when they leave you for a club you don't like, it does really hurt. It does sting a lot. I think in time, if he did go to Chelsea, I do think you'd have to, get used to it. You'd have to, when I know it didn't work out with Sanchez at United, but for me, I couldn't watch him at United straight away, but then time went on. I just thought I still respect him, but yeah, I mean, it's sad how football is. I mean, Fabregas as well, when he went to Chelsea, that really hurt as well. But I still knew he loved Arsenal. I think these things happen in football. People move on. Yeah, I knew Sanchez. It just, you could see he wasn't happy there. Like, he just didn't enjoy it. It wasn't what he thought it was, which obviously makes us happy because we don't want him to score lots of goals for United. But moving clubs, unfortunately, is part of the game, and it does suck how that is. But people do have to move on, and in their career. But I think for me, obviously, Ramsdale will have to see. Yeah, we'll have to see what happens with that. But I think this game today was really chaotic. Like, honestly, that second half just went crazy. Obviously, Liverpool getting that penalty, which they deserved, and that was a really high pressured moment to score in. Like, I couldn't imagine, if you don't score that, then the pressure's on you, in the league. But yeah, I think for us it's a really important result. I know we're top of the league, but I do think we can't get too carried away. We can't enjoy it too much because we have to do our job. We have to keep winning our games. I know we've got the Porto game coming up soon, so we've just got to keep doing our thing. And we have to hope along the way people do drop points and players and teams, don't always win all the games. I think if I'm being completely honest, I would say Arsenal have the hardest run because we've got, I think we might have Chelsea as well. We've got Man United away, Spurs away, Man City away. I'm sure there's a few more. We might have Aston Villa too. Players are wanting to get top four. Spurs, Villa are trying to fight for that place. So I think for us, we've got a really difficult run. But I do also see teams dropping points along the way. I do see Man City and Liverpool dropping points as well because obviously they have to play Spurs, and Spurs need that top four place. So I do feel as though it's going to be really exciting now to the point of the season. I do see teams dropping points. We could possibly drop points, yesterday. In the future, we might not get so lucky, but we also have that quality, to earn our luck. And Havertz obviously scored that great goal yesterday. Declan Rice has obviously been absolutely incredible. So I think we've obviously got that as well, which absolutely helps us. We have Chelsea at home. Yeah, I think whenever I see which games we have, if they're at home, I have a lot more confidence because I think the support there is incredible. I think I have this. We've been able to beat Liverpool, Man City at home, so I do have this belief in the team that we're able to, beat anyone at home. I know we've got Porto, which I do believe we can beat them. Well, yeah, it is getting to the really exciting time of the season, but like we said, we can't get carried away. And I wanted to talk about this because when De Bruyne got substituted off, I was really confused. Is Pep wanting to lose that game? I don't know his reason why. And I understand De Bruyne for feeling really annoyed and frustrated with him at that because why would you take one of your best players off? Him and Haaland have this amazing link up with Foden as well. So why would he take him off? I didn't understand that at all. It was really confusing, to be honest with you guys. I don't know why, the manager did that. I don't know if it was a tactical reason he wanted to change things up, but I just think that was really poor from Pep. Luckily they didn't, lose. They obviously drew, but yeah, they did risk it a bit there. I was a bit surprised at that, if I'm being completely honest with you guys. But yeah, it's really interesting in the game because you look at Man City in the first half, they had dozens of chances. Both teams have hit the crossbar lots of times. Haaland had a really good chance. I'm pretty sure he was nearly one-on-one with the keeper, and obviously Van Dijk was there, which obviously might have scared him off a little bit. But Haaland had a lot of chances in that game. Quite a few. Diaz as well. Diaz was so good. He had about 3 clear-cut chances that he didn't take. So I think from both sides, I would say both feel frustrated that they didn't take their chances because in the league you do have to beat these type of games. They are very competitive games, but you do have to win in these ones. It was quite surprising that Diaz didn't take many of his chances because he had so many. It's amazing how Haaland can look so hopeless and not be involved in a game yet score for another. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Haaland didn't have a really good game today. He had a few chances, but he was quite, invisible at times. He didn't really impact the game the way he probably should have. I think Foden was probably a lot better. I agree. As soon as I saw Kevin De Bruyne subbed off and New City went winning the game, yeah, that was a real surprise. Like I just said, I did not expect that to happen. I don't know why you'd bring off one of your best players, the player that can make that impact the most. It was quite strange. I was quite like, what are you doing? But from what I've seen of Man City, I do feel as though I've got the confidence to say we can get a result at Man City. We can beat them, hopefully. I don't see us losing that game unless we have a bad injury, unless a red card happens. I've got this confidence in the team that we can do this. Mookie Cookie said, we'll be going to the Etihad with a better team than we did last season. Yes, exactly. Look at the players we have in midfield, like Jorginho, Declan Rice has been our standout player this season. And then you've got Havertz, who's can't stop scoring, Saka, who's got his confidence back. And you also look at, you can bring on Partey, if you need him in there in the midfield to help. I just feel like, we're going on strength to strength at the moment, and we're in a really good place, so I think we can beat Man City, and if we did, that would be absolutely incredible to do, because we've not beaten them for a while, and when we've been to the Etihad, it's always been losses, it's always been difficult. £185 on Salah, one shot on target, win one, foul, easy money. Wow, that is really good. I knew when Mo Salah came on, he would cause problems for Man City, but I think he could have maybe scored or done a bit better, but he is only coming back, so that's understandable. And Saliba instead of Holding, you look at that now, and obviously Holding has done a lot of great stuff for us, but Saliba, the players we have now are just a different level, and even if Kivior as well is in the team, he's developed a lot this season. And you've also got the likes of, Zinchenko, who need him as well. Timber hopefully can be back soon. So I think, we're in a really good place. Our players are coming back that are injured, and I think that's the best time to be, coming up with all, towards the end of the season. Limited Tugboat said, I had actually forgotten Holding played for us at that stage before he left. Same with Jenkinson back when. You do forget about that, don't you, with Holding? I think for him, he always did do his best, and you can never kind of doubt, you can't argue against that, and we'll always appreciate what he's done for us. But if we're being completely honest, he probably wasn't able to compete at that level. Haaland is just so good. Haaland is unreal. I know today he obviously didn't have his best game, but I think for me, we've got the players now that we're able to compete with Man City, with Liverpool. So I think we've got players that don't make the mistakes, that cut out the mistakes, which is what we need. Phil says Holding has not been a huge star for Crystal Palace. That's interesting. I did expect him to kind of hit it off a bit more at Crystal Palace, because I know when he was at Arsenal, when we'd bring him on as a sub, he really did help us, and he did, he was like that sub we would bring on when we needed him to defensively do well. But I'm a bit surprised it's not gone as well as I thought it would have. I did probably expect him to do a little bit better than what he has been doing. I think it'll be interesting to see how it does go with him for the rest of the season, but I think the squad we have now can definitely compete with them. And if you guys are still watching this, if you can hit the like button, please do subscribe. I will have to go in about 5 to 10 minutes, but I just thought I'd pop on here for a quick little stream before next week, because I just wanted to chat about this game. So please do that for me if you are still watching this. And I know a lot of you guys might be watching this on Twitter, because I do kind of stream my videos on there, so thank you so much for watching as well. I never think I watched Jenkins play for Arsenal. I think it might have been more near my time. I think he must have left, or he wasn't that star player, but I always knew he loved Arsenal. He is, so lovely, and he, his passion you can never deny. And it was nice. I do like Jenkinson. I think it was probably hard for him to leave Arsenal because of how much love he had for that club. I'm not sure how Timber is going to get back in the team. Same with Zinchenko and Tomiyasu too. It's weird being a gunner and not having to panic about squad depth, literally. It's quite strange just having this conversation, because it is difficult, because I'm going to be honest, I love Tomiyasu. I think out of Arteta's signings he's made, he's probably up there for me as maybe my first or second favourite. And obviously him being out, obviously it's hard now coming back in, because I look at Zinchenko and I think, how can you bring him in? It's not fair on Kivior, because Kivior defensively has done really well. His overall play is really good. So I think it is going to be hard really to kind of, drop players when they're performing really well. So I do think for me, I think as well, Tomiyasu, Timber as well. I think Timber, we won't probably rush him back too soon. because obviously for him, we don't want to make his injury worse. But it's a really good point you make there, because it's good we've got that squad depth, because I think if someone gets injured, we are in trouble, really, aren't we? It will make it quite difficult for us. Declan Rice, if he gets injured, yes, we can bring Partey in, but it's sort of, we're missing that importance of Declan Rice in the team. So I do really hope, having them back, it will, help us. I'm really excited to see more of Partey. I probably wouldn't start him too soon, because I do think, the importance of, keeping the same lineup. I like to keep it the same. I don't think we should change too much, personally. I like to keep it what it is, unless injuries happen, unless we do really need to change things. But I think we're coming to a point of the season where, players are really adapting in the system and how we're playing, and they're growing in confidence. And this point last season, we kind of ran out of that energy, didn't we? We didn't have the energy we have now. We've had our blip before Dubai, and I think that's fine, because we did get to a point where we were worried, would Arsenal still compete? But we are really at a place now where the players have this desire, this hunger, and they really want to do it. The passion from the team is incredible. So I do feel at this time we are, good. Probably, top of the league. It's a perfect place for us to be right now. And Victor said, smashing that like button. Have a lovely evening, Sophie. Thank you so much, Victor. I appreciate it. And it's lovely to see you in here, as always. Always lovely to see you guys in this chat as well. I do love chatting with you guys, doing these type of streams. It's always so much fun. And completely off topic, but I just wanted to say to those are watching that might be mothers, I just want to say a happy Mother's Day to you all, women out there. Hope you're having a wonderful day, and to those obviously find this day difficult, I'm also thinking of you guys too. Just wanted to say that as well, before I wrap up my stream as well. So I'm sending you all that love today that you need. Wookie Cookie said, quietly confident about Tuesday, but will still probably be nervous wreck on Tuesday, just the way I am. Yeah, me too. I think it's obviously normal to feel like that. I think if you weren't nervous, you're not an Arsenal fan. Like, this is a massive game for us, isn't it? I think for us, we've got to win that. If we don't, even though we're in a good position with the league, we could be moments away from a disaster if players get injured, or if we, lose out in the league. I do think, I am confident we can get a result. I think, like I've mentioned, it being at the Emirates, I think that obviously helps us. That puts us in a good position. But yeah, I do think at the moment, it could, if we get knocked out, I will be devastated, because as much as things are going right in the league, I think if we get knocked out so early, it's going to be devastating, because it's not written in the stars just yet that we can win the league. I think we're in a good position right now, but there's still a long way to go. So it is really tough with the league, because it's such a long process. Like last season, I got so excited and then we weren't able to do it. It's hard, because I want to enjoy it, but then I don't want to get too excited. Hey Niall, lovely to see you in here. Great result for Arsenal. Yes, this was the perfect result for us. Limited Talk About said, Wookie Cookie, you ain't alone then. Still putting a 5 on a win. Yeah, I do think we're probably the favourites for that game, because of, being at home and the confidence we're on right now. I think we'll definitely win that. Can you imagine the mood until the 31st if we lose? Oh God, yeah. That would be terrible, I think. As much as it's great in a league that we're doing well, I think if we lose that, then I will feel deflated. I really will. It is a massive game for us, but I think we've got what it takes, to make it, turn it around for us, make it better for Arsenal. I think we're in a really good position. I think we're doing really well, and we can enjoy this. This feels like a win today. It really does. But yes, Tuesday is going to be interesting. I will be live after that game. Honestly, if we lose that, I might just cry. Like, it's going to be really hard. So yeah, on Tuesday we do play Porto at 8 p.m. So I'll probably be live about 10 p.m. I'll either be really depressed or really happy. So come and join me then if you want. And you see them get someone like Atletico Madrid in the quarters, thinking that could have been us. Yeah, literally. It's going to be tough, definitely, but we've got to win, that's for sure. You are a star, so see you Tuesday. Thank you, Phil, for tuning in. Thank you, everyone here, for watching this. I do appreciate you all popping in, as this is I didn't give you guys much of a warning about the stream, but I wanted to come on here live to see you. Yeah, oh god, oh no. If it's extra time, I might be asleep. I mean, if it's too late, like if it's like at 12, 11ish, I'll probably be asleep, but if I can always do Wednesday, so we'll sort it out. I hope there's no extra time. Arsenal, I'm praying for an easy victory. Please just win. I don't care how we win. We just need to win. Preferably don't go to extra time, Arsenal, because then that causes risk of more injuries, etc. It's perked up my Sunday seeing you smile. Oh, that's so sweet, Phil. Always love to see you on here. Makes my day seeing you. It's lovely to see the same people in here and also see new people in here as well. But a big thank you to all of you for showing me that support, popping in today. Like I've said, please do, if you can't hit the like button for me, do subscribe if you're new to here, because hoping to get to 3k this year, which would be absolutely amazing for the channel. I have also got a new webcam today, so I hope it all, looks okay. My camera on my laptop wasn't the best, so I wanted to try something a bit better, so I hope it was okay today. But as I said, really lovely to see you on here as always. It's lovely to chat with you. I hope you'll have a wonderful rest of your evening, rest of your weekend, and I will see you all next week. Bye.